Hello, welcome to Inspiration Lives here, and thank you for coming on my YouTube channel. I want to give an inspiring word today that you just should take a leap of faith. I want to give you a quick testimony of how I simply leaped out on faith when I felt so uncomfortable. So, pretty much about 3 or 4 months ago, I was actually at my job that I worked for 7 years, and it wasn't something that I was like really passionate about, like doing security, but I worked as a mental health technician before I actually did security. So working as a mental health technician, I actually learned so much. Yeah, so I have became patient working with those who have mental health issues and mental health problems and things like that, and it pretty much taught me a lot. Even like being on time, having conversations, stopping, individuals from actually getting in a fight. So God, like I feel like that He pretty much prepared me before I actually got my new job and actually a new position working as a teacher or whatnot. So I'm definitely very grateful. But the way how I stepped out on faith is actually I worked that job 7 years, and I simply did not. I didn't feel comfortable leaving like that. I felt like I was like tied to it. Like how you feel like when you tied to a job and you feel like if you quit it, then you feel like everything gonna crumble. Like how you gonna pay your rent, how you gonna pretty much pay things. But I had to trust the voice of God. I prayed and I had to trust His voice, and I felt like the Lord was leading me to leave my job that I've been on for 7 years to step out on faith to teach. To teach students, to do something that I'm passionate about. I remember when I graduated that I actually wanted to be a PE teacher because I love sports, and I spoke that over myself and said, I probably might do some with PE, or because I want to go off and play football. That's something that I wanted to do, but that didn't work out because I didn't like the Lord did not lead me in that direction. As far as for that being successful to me, I don't think that God, like that direction was for me. Even though that I was good at sports, I don't think that just because you're good at something, it doesn't mean that you are called to that area. So far as for me, I feel like teaching students and things like that. I feel like that's more of my calling because I like to teach. I like to inspire. I like to equip. So anything centered around that, and also I love to write my books and anything like that on the side. So taking that leap of faith of leaving my job, it felt so uncomfortable to just to say, what, I'm not gonna, do it no more. You know, I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I simply say, I'm gonna take a step of faith. And the first scripture that actually came to my mind was the scripture dealing with in Genesis with Abraham, when God had told Abraham to go sacrifice his son, and he had to take a leap of faith, and it felt so uncomfortable for him, to go put his son on the altar. So I felt like that I was putting, like, my job on the line, because my job was my safety net, and putting things on the line. So I had to put that on the line, and even though it didn't feel good, I still obeyed and trusted the voice of God. So I want to encourage you to, if you are passionate about something, if you are passionate, go after that thing. Work towards that thing. If it brings goodness, if it's your calling, I encourage you to walk in the calling, in the gifting where God is actually leading you, and just stop doing things that you're not passionate about, that does not bring you joy, that does not bring you no type of fulfillment. You need to do things that's gonna bring you some type of fulfillment, and say, what, you know Like when I encourage my students, I feel like that I accomplished something today, that I stopped the kid from maybe being bullied. I encourage the kid who feel like that they're not good enough. So this was through prayer. Getting since I left my job, I took an actual pay cut from my job, you know, to teach, because thank God I had graduated with my AA. And the pay cut that I took, I still said I'm going to trust God. Then after that, I got a promotion a month later, and then another one, and then another one. So that makes 3. So I'm telling you, if you are struggling in your faith with God, if you are struggling and say, you know what, man, I don't know if God even hear my prayers. I'm telling you that we serve a creator who knows all things, who knows your situation. Trust him. Even when it feels uncomfortable, trust him. Be blessed. Thank you for taking the time. God bless. Say I will succeed.